guys, it's Night Fear, and I am on today to do my wrap-up for the hashtag FemFanTale readathon. Was round 2, and I failed miserably. Yeah. Trying to do too many readathons at once. I only ended up finishing 4 out of the 12 books that I wanted to read. But I did start a couple more that I wanted to just quickly tell you my thoughts on, in case you were curious. Of course, I will wrap them up because they are also books that I'm going to be reading for Newt. But in case you don't watch those videos, I just wanted to let you know what was going on. So, yeah. Anyway, so here's the board. As you can see, I did like a checkerboard thing pattern going on here. Well, and of course, I guess I did technically read a YA. I technically read an adult, so I guess I could check those off too, technically. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's just kind of go, set in a country not your own. Not, well, I guess technically kind of, not published before. A standalone. Yeah, that one was a, wait a minute, was that one a standalone? I think that one was a standalone, possibly. A author, yeah, actually I did read this one. Multiple points of view. No, all mine were single. And the middle grade, oh, actually, that one was a middle grade. Huh. Alright, so I guess after thinking about it, I did better than I thought I did. That's funny. So the books I read will actually do these too, so I just didn't read a standalone. Actually, that one could be a standalone, I think. I definitely didn't read anything published before 2000. So I guess I did better than I thought. I guess I got them all but that one. But I like, if you guys have watched my channel, I like to do, you know, for each. So anyway, let me go over what I read. So for queer, I read Pantomime by Laura Lamb. This also is going to be for the Newts. So this book was amazing. We're following a character who runs away from home because of issues, and the character joins this circus / carnival and finds themselves. Now there's a reason why I'm describing the book like this, and I'm not going to tell you, except for that it is, of course, excuse me, a queer book. There is, I believe, 3 in this series, but my library doesn't have it. My e-library doesn't have it, and Scrib doesn't have it. So I'm going to have to wait to read the 2nd and 3rd books in this series. But oh my gosh, there's just so much I want to tell you about this book. I wanted to get online right away and find out if anybody read this book, but I controlled myself. If any of you have watching have read this, please, my Twitter is also Night Fear. If you DM me, my DMs are open, so we can talk about this book spoilery. I truly appreciate it because, yeah, I have feels and I want to talk about this book. But if I tell you anything else other than what I've already told you, it's going to spoil this book. Because we are learning about this character in the now and in flashbacks about why this character left home, about themselves. This is an adult, or no, actually this is a young adult book. Oh, I guess I thought this was an adult book. Oh, that's weird. Okay, so scratch out adult. I didn't read an adult book. But this is YA, so it would cover this. Anyway, There are parts in this that are a little graphic. So be mindful. I don't like to do trigger warnings because for me, especially in this book, it might spoil some things. But just keep in mind that there are some very dark things going on in this book. So if anything like that bothers you, I wouldn't recommend it. But if you're looking for a queer circus / carnival book, I would highly recommend this. And that's Pantomime by Laura Lamb. And in this cover, there's another cover that's like, I think is it black with yellow on it, I think. And it's like got the circus up here. But I kind of like this one. I like the mask and, it just, yeah. Yeah, I think that's all I want to say about this book. But if you like queer books, read it. If you can get a hold of it, read it. Read it, read it, read it. This is my new read it. Everybody read it. And I'm thinking this is going to probably be and definitely in my top reads for the year because, yeah, it was that good. Oh, yeah, and I gave it 5 stars. If you couldn't tell. Okay, so middle grade, that one will be for another one. Retelling. I chose Spin the Dawn by Elizabeth Lim. This one could also count for a BAME author. Yeah. So, and not multiple POV because there's only one POV, and it's a. Oh wait, this is an adult book. How did I not know? Oh yeah, this is an adult book. This is not YA. So this is my adult book. So I guess. Okay, so we're going to go back to the adult book. Okay, anyway, Spin the Dawn. This is a Mulan retelling with a twist. It is like, it's similar to Mulan in that she dresses up like a boy to save her father. It is, she doesn't go to war, but she does take, or she does travel to the capital to enter into the Emperor King, I think it's Emperor, but I swear it doesn't sound right for this book, and I couldn't find it when I was looking it up earlier. But anyway, she is taking over for her father because her father is ill, and so she's entering this competition, but it's only for men because women are not allowed to be tailors like that, and so yeah, they're not allowed to be masters of this craft. And so she has to go and compete. So it's kind of got a Project Runway vibe. It is very short, I will tell you. It is not the majority of the book. The majority of the book is a quest that she has to go on. But it still involves the making of clothes. It doesn't make any sense, but you'll understand if you've read the book or if you're going to read the book. So, and this is a new release, but I would definitely highly recommend this. It is, oh, it was so good. And I know this just came out, but I cannot wait for the second one. Cause I really want to find out what happens and I want to read about her and her friend. So yeah, so 2 really awesome books. And I gave this one a 5 also. So there's 2 5 stars for this readathon. Okay, standalone I definitely didn't get because, well, this next one I guess could be considered a standalone, but I know there is a second book in the story, but I don't believe that they have done the second book yet. But I'm going to say no. So anyway, the next thing that I did was under 150 pages. And this would also be for middle grade. And this is Leela Dowling's Alice. It is a graphic retelling of Alice in Wonderland. It was alright. I gave it 3 stars. I don't know. I didn't get the... I don't know if It's just that I've watched the TV shows, and the TV shows aren't like the book, because I've never actually read Alice in Wonderland, the original book. But based on what I've seen and what I remember from the TV shows and the cartoon, this is not very accurate to that. But like I said, it could be more accurate to the book. But it was okay. It was just okay. I would recommend this if you like graphic novels and you like retellings of stories, fairy tales for that. But yeah, I just gave it 3 stars. Okay. So then our last one is sequel. Yeah. And that is, I read Beautiful Darkness by Cami Garcia and Margaret Stoll. This is the second book in Beautiful Creatures. I think I'm not sure if that's what the series is called, but the first book is Beautiful Creatures, and then this one's Beautiful Darkness. This continues their story. We're in South Carolina, and it's all from this boy's perspective. A boy is our main character. Ethan Waite. I listened to the audiobooks for both of these. I would highly recommend the audiobook. It's very atmospheric. They have music and sounds and different things that kind of really make it even creepier than the story really is. But this story is about a boy Ethan, who he is ready. He lives in a very small town, and he is ready to leave. He is so ready. He is so tired of all the stuff in this small town. And he starts dreaming about this girl, and he cannot see her face. And he keeps trying to hold on to her in different scenarios, and he keeps letting her go. And he's very confused because he doesn't understand why he's having these dreams. And he ends up meeting the girl that's in his dreams, and she is a caster, which is like a witch. And he kind of gets involved in her world and learns a bunch of stuff. And his mother passed away, I think, about a year before the first book takes place. And things happen in this, so this is the continuation of that. And some really unique things have happened at the end of this book, so I cannot wait to continue. There is a 2.5, which is kind of an offshoot with one of the characters, the side characters in this book, that kind of tells what happens to him. And so I'm thinking about reading that one before I continue with the main books, because I kind of want to find out what happens to him. So yeah, so I gave this one 4 stars, because this was it did get a little slow in places, but I still really enjoyed it. So the 2 books that I started but didn't finish, I did start Legend by Marie Lu. I didn't get as far as I wanted. I got 100 pages in. I'm really liking this. It does have 2 perspectives, and it's really cool because if you can see, I don't know if you can see on the camera, but that's gold writing. So we get and black writing. So we get 2 different writing colors for the 2 different, at least in this particular copy. So you know exactly who you are reading, what perspective you're reading from. I'm really enjoying this. It's kind of like the United States has split because of a war, or something happened, and there's the war is continuing, and we're seeing from this one side, and there's all this propaganda against the other side, and we're following a boy and a girl, and they're each on different sides of this conflict, and there's some political stuff going on, and something has happened, and I'm trying to figure out, I know what they say happened didn't happen, and so I'm trying to figure out why they say it happened. So anyway, I would recommend this so far, but keep in mind I'm 100 pages in, but this is definitely looking like a 4 or 5, because I'm really enjoying this. Yeah, so I got sucked in by some of the other books where I didn't get to finish this one. But I will definitely, that one is one I'm reading for the Newts. So the other one I started and didn't get to finish is Kill the Queen by Jennifer E-Step. I'm listening to this on audio. As you can see, I'm about halfway. This one, this is looking like it's going to be a 5-star. If this continues the way it's going, this is definitely going to be a 5-star for me. This one is about a world where there is magic. There's different kinds of magic. You know, you're kind of in put in kind of groups of what kind of magic you have. But there are some people that are their magic is a little off or weird, and they're called mutts. And so we're following this girl named, what is her name? Everly? Evie. She goes by Evie. We're following her, and she is 17th. I think she's like 17th in line for the throne. Yeah, 17th in line for the throne. But because of her magic, or lack of, she is a mutt. And her power is she has an extraordinary sense of smell. Which comes in, interestingly enough, kind of handy as the book goes along. But she witnesses the murder of almost her whole family, and she has to escape, because if not, she'll be killed also. And this happens, you know, relatively early in the book. And she escapes and runs to this. They have these gladiator troops that fight. And so she runs there. I'm not going to tell you why. There's reasons. And she is part of that troop right now. So, but yeah, I'm really enjoying this. And she does have some other magic too, but I'm not going to tell you about that either. That she's hidden from everybody else. And so she's kind of walking this fine line, because she's trying to hide the magic she has. She's trying to hide who she is and things like that. So yeah, it's a very intriguing, and I like these royalty books. And this one has got a whole different twist than they'll normally read. But yeah, like I said, this is definitely, I'm thinking, going to be a 5-star. But I should finish that in the next couple days. But the audiobook that I'm listening to is pretty good. So anyway, guys, so that's what I did for the Femme Fatale. I guess I did a little better than I thought, because you know, these 4 books kind of completed a couple of the different challenges. But I am disappointed, because I really wanted to read more single books for these challenges. But, you know, you have to do what you have to do. And I've been concentrating on other books, and other books pique my interest. And I've also been having, it's not that I'm in a reading slump. It's just, it could get there if I'm not careful, I think. I've just been reading a lot over the last few months, and it's not going to end anytime soon. Because, of course, next month there's all these readathons that I want to do in October, of course. Because October has Halloween. Halloween's my favorite holiday. And next month's my birthday month, so I'm trying to participate in a bunch of readathons to read on my birthday. But yeah, I'm struggling a little bit, unless if it's like a book. I'm trying to find books that suck me in, and those kind of books grip me, and I have to read them. But some I'm having problems getting through. So anyway, yeah, that's where I am. But I love the Femme Fatale, and I will participate every time that they have a readathon, because I think it's important to promote female fantasy authors. Heck, I feel like it's awesome to promote fantasy books, period, because that's one of my favorite genres. That and horror, strangely enough. But anyway, let me know if you've read any of these books, if you'd like to read any of these books. Don't forget, if you've read Pantomime, please let me know so we can chat. And thank you so much for watching. Please remember to always be kind to one another, and I'll see you again in my next video. Bye!